I did it! I finally reached the top of the food pyramid!
They actually replaced the food pyramid in 2011.
What?
It's a plate now.
Oops. If you went to school in the 90s or 2000s, you may remember this food pyramid graphic for dietary guidelines. But the graphic was replaced with something called MyPlate over a decade ago. MyPlate promotes a diet of half fruit and veggies. Yet, health leaders and some influencers still blame the pyramid for some Americans' poor health. So, was it really that bad? And did it actually change how we eat? Let's rewind. Older nutrition guides in the 40s and 50s focused on making sure Americans got enough food. But as obesity and heart disease rose in the mid-20th century, nutrition guidance shifted to focus on what we were eating too much of. In 1980, the USDA released its first set of dietary guidelines. It still does this every 5 years, and the pyramids and plates are just visual representations of what's in those guides. The guides of the 1980s and 90s reflected the nutrition science of the time. Scientists thought fats were to blame for heart disease, and carbs were a less calorie-dense alternative. That's why fats and oils are at the tippy top as used sparingly, and grains form the base with a whopping 6 to 11 recommended servings a day. Around 2000, scientists' understanding shifted. Research showed that not all fats are bad, and too much added sugars and refined grains can also contribute to poor heart health. So, in 2005, the dietary guidelines revamped the recommended serving sizes to be more balanced across the food groups. But the USDA also changed the graphic to these confusing stripes. So in 2011, the guidelines graphic got another makeover to reflect how people actually eat: a plate. The pyramid is certainly memorable, but research since 1980 shows Americans have regularly failed to eat according to recommended dietary guidelines. Only a third of Americans have even heard of MyPlate. There have been fluctuations over time in the percentage of calories that Americans get from fats versus carbs, but overall, we're eating more of both since the 80s. So what is a healthy diet? Nutrition scientists' answer is pretty basic: a varied diet with lots of fruits and veggies, whole grains, beans, and lean protein. Cheese, milk, poultry, eggs, and unprocessed red meat should be consumed in moderation. Cutting out any macronutrient like carbs or fats may have short-term results, but will be hard to sustain and not healthy in the long run. Want more health and nutrition claims demystified? Follow PolitiFact.